Connect Forth, the radio forum for students.
Hi, I'm Elsa Sinclair and welcome to the first Connect Forth magazine show. Today we'll take a look at a couple of radio features the current second years created in November. So first up, Martin Curran will give us a little insight into what it's like to be a student nowadays with his piece on student culture.
Connect Forth Special. Connect Forth, the radio forum for students.
Autumn gives us beautiful colours all around us as trees bare their leaves and fall to the ground. Longer nights, colder temperatures and the odd pumpkin spice latte. Autumn is also the time of year when students all over the country start or return to college and university. For some it is the start of another year, but for many it is the start of a brand new experience. So what is it that has made students decide to come here? Why Scotland? Why Stirling? I aim to find out what it is that attracts students here. Scotland has offered a lot to the world: sport, music, art, innovation, as well as food and drink, and it is this culture that brings thousands of tourists here every year. I asked some current students what they think it is about Scotland and its culture that attracts people here.
Stereotypes, I suppose, history and buildings.
I knew stuff from the media, so all the stereotypes. So basically, Scotland's very green. It's full of ginger people, and it's all about the castles and William Wallace and everything. So in terms of the actual culture, I wasn't really made aware of it until I actually came here.
So why did they choose to study here? What was it about Stirling and the university that made them want to study here?
If I'm completely honest, I chose to come here because it's free tuition for students within the EU.
I wanted to study journalism, and I went on Google and I googled the rankings for journalism, and Stirling was one of it. I wanted to stay in Scotland as well because I came here before university, so I thought it would be a good idea to just stay here, mostly because of free education, which is a great privilege to have.
I decided to come to Stirling University on the recommendation of my film studies teacher in college. I knew that I always wanted to do film and media, and basically he pinpointed Stirling as having one of the best communication departments in the UK.
So that's why these students come here to study. But what did they know about Stirling before arriving here? I asked them.
I was looking at courses in digital media and stuff like that, and choosing between Glasgow, Edinburgh and Stirling. And I think I read about Stirling was through like a student forum.
William Wallace.
The sports teams were brilliant here.
There's a lot to like in Stirling. But what is it that people really like?
It's a good sized town. Like, you can walk around the whole town in a day, and good transport links as well.
I like the people more than anything. I feel like the people were very welcoming here.
I like the sort of community feel of Stirling. It's quite a small university in comparison to other ones that I've been to visit. So it sort of feels like, yeah, you are running into the same sort of people, but it is that whole sort of community of people being in the same area as you.
What don't they like?
There's not that many things going on. Nightlife is alright, but there's not that much to choose from.
The weather. The weather's horrible. It's raining like every day.
Just the weather, maybe. It's very cold here.
Studying away from home can be a strange and difficult experience. I asked how living here differs from living at home.
I really miss the forests.
I went from an insanely busy city to a sort of quiet little town. So I feel like that was a major culture shift for me.
The universities back home, obviously in Manchester and Liverpool, the campuses are more sort of spread out across the city, whereas Stirling again has that sort of close-knit campus being in one sort of particular area. So it is just a great feeling to be a part of the uni.
So we've heard from current students about what attracts them here and the culture that brings people to the country. I've been Martin Curran for Connect Forth.
Connect Forth Special.
Where can I find help with funding, dedicated in-house counsellors and advice and guidance for our learners?
The Student Services team has you covered. The team operates on all our campuses.
I need a quiet space where I can have access to college computers, Wi-Fi or just use my own.
Yeah, sure, we have breakout areas throughout the college.
Have you got any information on applying for university or UCAS?
Yes, we run a range of workshops during the year and provide face-to-face support with careers advice.
College is stressing me out. Who can I talk to?
We have counsellors who are here to help you with stress or if you just need some friendly advice. We're there for you.
Are you open to ideas about how to improve your service?
Yeah, sure. We have suggestion boxes which are placed around the college. You can submit your ideas.
That sounds superb. Where can I find more information about the student services?
On moodle.forthvalley.ac.uk, as well as the Fusion online blog.
Connect Forth, the radio forum for students.
A big part of students' lives is also the societies they are part of at university. Next up, Amelia Roomson will introduce us to the Live Music Society at the Stirling Uni.
Connect Forth Special.
I'm Amelia Rubinson of Connect Forth Radio. In today's programme, we're getting an exclusive look inside the Stirling University Live Music Society. We'll be listening to some interviews with the president and members who tell us a little about what the society means to them. I interviewed Ian Morrison, who told me what the society is all about.
Live Music Society is basically a place for everyone on campus who plays an instrument to get together and meet other people with similar interests, and we want to give people a space to practice and get to know people and develop their own music skills and things like that. I'd say, well, my favourite reason for joining the society is I get to meet everyone who joins, especially as president. I kind of have an obligation to meet everyone, which is fine with me. But obviously I enjoy the music. I enjoy playing music with different people. Before I joined, I'd never played a song with another person before, but now I've kind of opened up to that a little bit more.
And you perform live as well?
Yeah, I play at open mics around town, a couple of gigs every now and then around Stirling. Not too much, but yeah, it's good fun. Three Cottage is sort of the highlight of our year for the Live Music Society. We only got it after about 10 months of waiting. It's pretty cool. We've got our own kitchen, our own bathroom, a downstairs room for electric, so the drum kit and the PA system and things like that, and then upstairs is the acoustic room, so it's all soundproofed, and yeah, it's a pretty good space for practicing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
A good space to practice indeed. That was a clip from Folk Night, one of the many events the Live Music Society puts on. I've interviewed some members and committee members who told me what being in the society means to them.
I'm very passionate about music in general, and I remember being at the Freshers Fair, and everyone had the stalls and everything, but live music, they were performing. I remember I saw Ian, our president. Tammy, who was the president, she was talking to everyone about it, so I joined that group. And then she was just promoting it and saying how, you know, there are so many people who play so many different instruments, so I thought it was really cool. So I decided to join it because I play guitar.
I joined before I knew anything about it, to be honest, because I knew that I wanted to get involved with musical things because I like sing and play guitar, and over the summer I wrote a few songs and I really wanted to kind of get more involved with the uni and do some open mics, showcase stuff, make some friends.
It feels like
The Live Music Society is a great place to meet people who like music and who like to play together. There's room for people of all musical backgrounds, so pick up your instrument of choice and head up to the cottage. Live music welcomes everyone.
Connect Forth Special.
Oh, dang, I dropped all my books again. If only there was some way to carry all my work around.
You'll never do it looking like that.
Wait, what? Who are you?
Name's Jim. I'm the Jim Genie.
Do you know, for just £15 a year, you can join the FVC gyms in the Alloa, Falkirk and Stirling campuses.
Wow, for just £15?
Yeah, that's what I said, £15. The gym offers free fitness testing, personalised programs and the latest cardiovascular resistance machines to help you get in shape.
Thanks, Gym Genie. I'll never drop those books again.
Forth Valley College Gyms. Google FVC Gyms for more info.
Connect Forth, the radio forum for students.
Sticking with the music theme, we sent Shawnee Higgins to visit Stirling City Radio, a new station that recently launched in the city centre.
Connect Forth Special. Connect Forth, the radio forum for students.
Hiya there, I'm Shawnee Higgins and you're listening to Connect Forth Features. Today I'm going to be having a wee chat about Stirling City Radio. It's the new and upcoming station which is based in the heart of Stirling. I managed to catch up with the station manager James Russell, and here's a wee bit about what he had to say about the station. Can you tell us a little more behind your idea of setting up your station and why Stirling?
Why Stirling? Well, first of all, I'm from Stirling, and we used to do a legal radio here. It's called Pirate Radio a number of years ago. And a group of friends, myself and some other guys, all kind of radio guys, we wanted to do it again. So we kind of got together and we thought we'd like to do something different in way of a radio station. So we approached Cafe Crema, which is a local business here, local cafe here. We had the idea of a coffee shop and radio station together. So that's basically how the idea came about. We spoke to Cafe Crema, the owner, Alan, and he agreed to kind of roll with this. So we've been 16 weeks in. You can see from the date above us, that's when we started, the 1st of August. So we've only been going now probably, about 16 weeks or so. Yeah.
So can you tell us a wee bit more about the people who are involved in your radio station and what they do?
Sure, yeah. We have probably a total of about 16 people involved in the project, ranging from presenters. We have young and old. We have some trainees that we're getting involved with as well. And we have technical guys. Guy who's in the studio just now, CJ, is our technical guru. He makes all the wires connect and makes it all go out on the internet. So we have a broad range of people, from young people to old people, and we kind of encourage projects that are going on, such as your own project. We want to embrace what other folk are doing, and if we can make it possible for them, that we will do.
So with the content in your radio, what kind of content are you producing?
Okay, what do? We range from, we have a chat show on a Sunday, we have a kids programme on a Sunday morning. We do kind of dance music, the weekend, for example, tonight, from 6 o'clock onwards, we do a thing called Club Classics. So we're kind of gearing people up towards the weekend. If you're getting ready to go out or whatever, we're kind of getting you in the mood. By daytime, we're pretty laid back. We get people popping in like every day. We have different DJs every 2 hours. We have... we're pretty laid back during the day, but as the day goes on, as the night time goes on, our music changes a wee bit. We have really cool dance DJs, we have house DJs, we have soul DJs, we have jazz DJs, we even have female DJs as well. So we've got a good range of... Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
To the people who have never listened to your radio station or never really heard of it, how would you describe Stirling City Radio?
Stirling City Radio probably embraces what Stirling's about. We're young, we're vibrant. We're reaching out to the people.
When I was having a wee chat with James, he seemed very up for helping the people who are interested in getting involved with the station. What kind of advice would you give to students that are kind of upcoming and they're into the
just
radio?
Give it a try. Give it a try. I think what we're about here, that you don't have to have a degree or you don't have to have lots of experience in radio. If you've got a passion for it and you've got a drive for it, you can get it. But I think that we're an easy platform to come through. We've had some new people just joined us purely by walking past the window, realising that we're a radio station. So, we welcome anyone.
Well, there you have it. There's always something for everyone, whether it be tuning in or getting involved in the process. I've been Shawnee Higgins for Connect Forth Features. Thanks for listening.
Connect Forth Special.
Feel like changing your look? Come down to Forth Valley College Salon for everything from hairdressing to hair removal. Staff and students get 10% discount, Visit any of the following campuses: Alloa, Falkirk, or the Raploch. At really good prices, you can spend the day pampering yourself. Visit their Facebook page, FVC The Place, for more information. Go on, treat yourself.
Imagine starting dinner with a hearty tomato soup, then moving on to a succulent lamb tagine, and to finish, a warm sticky toffee pudding. This culinary dream can come true at Stirling's finest gallery restaurant. And do you know what's even more delicious? The price. You can get this exquisite 3-course meal for only £10. Open from Monday to Friday, located in Forth Valley College, Stirling campus. Stirling's gallery brings you the finest dining combined with the finest views, such as the Wallace Monument, River Forth and the Ochils. Book online at forthvalley.com or just simply call at 01786 406027.
More wine, madame?
Connect Forth, the radio forum for students.
The Stirling area has way more to offer than music, though. Next up, David Murray will take us to the Juniper Urban Wildlife Centre.
Connect Forth, the radio forum for students.
Scotland is blessed with some of the most beautiful wildlife in the world. Many people don't seem to realise that applies to urban areas too. The truth is, we experience nature every time we leave the house. From the trees scattered around town to rivers flowing under the bridges you drive over, there's no shortage of wildlife in the city. Even your garden will be subjected to all kinds of wildlife. Perhaps the best example of urban wildlife in the country is Jupiter Urban Wildlife Centre, a haven in the centre of an industrial estate in Grangemouth. Claire Toner is the ranger for the Falkirk Reserves and is based at Jupiter. She explained what the Scottish Wildlife Trust wanted to achieve when they developed the reserve 25 years ago.
They were trying to fit as many habitats as possible in the small area to create a lot of diversity. So they dug 11 ponds. They used the spoil from within the ponds to create meadowlands where there's lots of beautiful meadow flowers. They also created areas of wetland habitat and wildlife gardens that are closest to the visitor centre. The area of woodland was not created by people, it was naturally colonised through seeds, and we have lots of birch and oak willow in our woodland. I really enjoy the fact that within 1 year you can see many plants and animals completing their whole life cycle, so from being born to breeding themselves.
It's clear that a lot of love and ingenuity went into the reserve. But what's in it for the wildlife?
I think it's really important. We're an oasis in the middle of a very urban industrial area. We do have the motorway and the railway line close by, so they provide like a corridor for wildlife to move between different habitat areas. To give you an overall picture of what's here in Jupiter, we've had surveys done and there's been around 360 species of plants recorded, 50 species of birds, 13 species of butterfly, which competes really well with a sort of more wild area. And even though it's a really small site, a lot of species come here, if not to live, they might come to feed, so we see a lot of birds sort of moving in and out. We don't tend to have big mammals because we've fenced off all the way around, so some things can move in and out like rabbits, foxes, hedgehogs, small mammals like mice and voles and shrews. Some of the species that we reported in Jupiter are locally or nationally rare, so it's really important that we continue our conservation efforts to safeguard their future.
Jupiter Urban Wildlife Centre is celebrating its 25th anniversary next year, and over that quarter of a century, so much has already been done to turn what used to be a chemical works and railway siding into the largest wildlife garden in Scotland, and Claire hopes it'll be more of the same for the next 25 years.
Overall, I would like to continue maintaining the strong links that have been built up with schools and community groups, increase engagement and allow people to make their own connections with the nature in this area.
Jupiter Urban Wildlife Centre is managed by the Scottish Wildlife Trust, who have over 120 reserves all over Scotland. To find out more, visit their website at scottishwildlifetrust.org.uk. From Connect Forth, I'm David Murray.
Connect Forth feature.
Forth Valley Student Association offers advice on a range of social, welfare and academic issues and allows access to the student blog Fusion.
The Student Association also gives you representation for the student body, ensuring the student voice is heard throughout the college.
As a member of the association, you also have access to social events and lots of activities throughout the year.
To get in touch, contact 01324 40290 or email student.association@forthvalley.ac.uk.
Connect Forth, the radio forum for students.
Today we're having even more animals in the show. Leah Shanks visited a doggy daycare and shares her experiences in the next feature.
Connect Forth, the radio forum for students.
My name's Anne Watt and I'm the leader of Stirling Dog Behavioural Centre.
So what you want to do is follow the more inside you can allow, choose your word. So maybe it's as you see high-pitched voices word, and the dog comes back to you. When the dog comes back, you give it a high reward. Warranty out. Dog turns around to look at you, and when you've got eye contact, I give it that. So let's work for you. Pick your word that you're happy with, you're comfortable with. Right, that's a really reward at one.
The most rewarding part is saving a dog's life when a dog's been put to sleep by the owner and the vet manages to talk them into speaking to me, and I go and work with the dog and I can stop the behaviour. It's usually attacking themselves or attacking other people outside, and I can adjust that behaviour. That's the best thing. The agility sessions entail a heck of a lot of work, a lot of homework, sending dogs round trees, round bins, bringing them into heel, playing, building a relationship with your dog. The outcome of an agility session, what people feel, the dogs are addicted to it. They start screaming and barking just as they're driving down the driveway, or even as soon as their owners put the right sort of trainers on, they know that's my agility trainers, and the dogs go nuts, which tells me the dogs love the game. It's a game. Agility builds a massive bond with a dog, and you've trained a dog to a really high level, so you get a very highly well-trained dog in agility.
So what to do with the bed at home? When you're feeding the dog its meal, put the bowl on the bed, and they chew on the bed, everything's given in the bed. Good bed. Play any of the games. Yes, play any of the games. Touch. Yes. Touch. Okay.
Puppy class is to me my most favourite class of the week, because we've got 6 now, 2, 4, 6, they've grown that big, and it's the most fun class, but it's the most serious class because it's the one I cannot get wrong. I'm studying constantly at puppy training into relationship building games. The outcome is that they will all finish their Kennel Club Puppy Foundation and their Care and Control Certificate, which is a high level of training and moves everything outside. The main aim is to get all the puppies to finish an 8-week block and to be really good with all breeds and fantastic with humans. That's the aim of it.
This one would take 6 seconds, this one takes 15 seconds. If there's a smell on the floor, it might take longer. Yeah, this is all. Nice, well done.
I think the difference between Stirling Dog Behavioural Centre and a puppy school is we run it specifically for puppies, and each class is tailored to that puppy's needs as much as we can. So for instance, we've got 2 classes running, which is a kindergarten class, which is small puppies just after inoculations up to probably 15 weeks, and next door will be junior school. If we've got some puppies that are maybe small or still very timid, they'll stay in kindergarten until we grow their confidence. We work on confidence in each dog's individual being constantly. That's why I've got so many trainers in this class, and we stick to science and science-based methods only. Don't use any opinions in this class. It's too vital a class to be mucking about with opinions or so-and-so's done something for 10 years or 20 years, it's worked like that before. No, I just stick very much to science with this, and I do what's like so Dr. Ian Dunbar has suggested. We do all their trainings with relationship building games, and what we look to do is build mass relationships with the owner, and that the puppy, moving on to dog, totally trusts the owner, listens to the owner's instructions, and wants to work with the owner. We don't use any negative. We won't use any negative reinforcement in our dogs at all. As you'll see in the schools, if you use any negative reinforcement, so if I was teaching a dog to sit and it didn't sit, and I start going, no, that's not it, that's not it, that's not it, and I push and I prod it, the dog then starts to feel wary of me and backs off of me. So then I'm not building a relationship of confidence with the dog. So if I shape the behaviour, wait for the behaviour and mark the behaviour in a nice way with big smiley faces, the dog's like, oh, I like that, I want to work with you.
Connect Forth Special. Connect Forth, the radio forum for students.
We're getting close to the end of today's show, but for the final piece, we sent out Billy Sharp to a local auction house. Let's have a listen to what his day was like.
Connect Forth Special.
Okay folks, good evening, welcome to the auction. A couple of things before we start, just for the new folk. If you are new to the sale, you do have to go to the office. Just register at the office, we'll give you a number. Just remember it's 15% commission to follow the hammer. Thank you. Everything needs to be paid for by tomorrow at the latest, unless you come see me otherwise. So I'm just going to start, folks.
Hello and welcome to this Connect Forth special. My name is Billy Sharp, and coming up on today's show, an exclusive look at the workings of a local auction house. And I have to say, I think that my small band of Connect Forth colleagues and myself have been really lucky to be granted access to interview a Mr. Jamie Taylor. Jamie's the owner of Bonnybridge Auctions, which is, and well, that's right, you've guessed it, Bonnybridge. And not people to miss out on a golden opportunity, we also made a wee film about our visit while we were there. So you see, if we'd have had a budget, it would have definitely been well spent. For the interview itself, I was taken to Jamie's office, somewhere that looked akin to a Santa's grotto rather than an office, for the lowdown on just how his auction works. You join us just as we have taken our seats. As I speak, it's Thursday morning, the morning after the usual big Wednesday night auction here in Bonnybridge. And as I sit here in a scene that I can only describe to a listener as being very much like an Aladdin's cave, we welcome the owner, Mr. Jamie Taylor.
Hi, how are you doing?
Thanks for your time, by the way, and for having us in your premises today. So, how long have you been doing this kind of work, Jamie, and kind of what first attracted you to the auction business?
Well, I never started off doing the auction. Started off a long time ago. Decided to do a car boot sale with one of my friends. Seen that I could make some money. Done a car boot sale, thought, I could do another car boot sale. Rallied round friends and family. Picked up some more stuff. Done another car boot sale, made some money. Thought, this is for me. 10 years later, I had a shop, then I had another shop. And I used to get my stock at the auctions, so that's where the auction came in here. So I used to go around all the auctions like Bowness, Falkirk, blah blah blah. Every now and again I'd sit up in the rostrum, give them a hand. So I actually learned what was going on about me, and then because of the climate, the shops weren't doing too great, so I decided to open an auction myself. And here we are, another 10 years later.
I would imagine there's quite a few kind of regulatory requirements within the trade, especially because you're working with the public. So I'm thinking specifically about items that you're not allowed to sell, say on health and safety grounds.
Definitely, as I say, definitely weapons obviously is the main one. Weapons, alcohol, cigarettes, just all the things really that you need a licence to sell.
So I would imagine that when you first get into the trade, you would have had to have done quite a lot of homework on some of the items so that you could evaluate them properly. Now that you've been in the trade for a while, you have a trained eye when it comes to kind of items of particular value or even just particular interest.
I do, a trained eye, yep, probably a good word for it, aye. Sell a lot of stuff over the years, so you do get the kind of same stuff coming in all the time. You see what it realises, the price it makes every week, so it's not really hard. But this auction, we're not a high-end auction, as I said. You don't get things worth thousands, so they don't really need to be valued as such. But the kind of prices seem to find their own way. The slush machine in the box, £10. Fiver for an end. He was first 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I said it back in 14, 16, £16. New bid at 18 again. £18 right at the back at 18 for the slush machine. 18 is back in at 20. £20 for it. We all done it. 20 last call.
You did touch briefly on the economic climate a wee bit. So, in general terms, would you say that the recent economic climate has been positive or negative?
I think it's been positive for the auction. As I say, I had shots before, and I think the reason that I wasn't doing too well was because of the climate, and that's the reason I actually turned into the auction, because I think then people never had cash. But when it comes to the auction, you can pay by card, they've got cash, it's a quick sales, a quick turnaround, so I think definitely it's a positive step for me.
So that's us nearly at the end of our time here at Bonnybridge Auctions. But before we go, Jamie's kindly agreed to kind of talk us through this really interesting item that he's got in his office here. Kind of like a 1940s sledge.
Yep, 1940s sledge or sleigh, whatever you call it. Nice wee bit of solid wood. Not the sledges you get these days, like a wee bit of plastic. It's hard to explain it, try to get a picture in your mind what it looks like, but the ones you see in the telly, the old days, basically.
It reminds me like almost like something you would see in a Christmas card.
Exactly, exactly that, definitely, that's exactly it. So I actually bought that for my grandson, so it's quite funny because I never liked the snow because it's no good for business, but this year, because I bought that, I want my grandson to have a wee shot and see what it was like for people back then.
So that's been really great, Jamie. On behalf of myself and the Connect 4 team, all that's really left for me today is thank you for giving us a glimpse into the world of auctioneering and also for your time. So all the best for the future, Jamie.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
And if that's whetted your appetite to find out a bit more about the Bonnybridge auction, you can check them out on Facebook for all the information you'll need. Or if you just fancy seeing how our visit went, you can check it out on YouTube by searching for Bonnybridge Auctions Days in the Life. I've been Billy Sharp, and that's about it for today's show, but we'll be back soon with more intriguing topics to hopefully tickle your fancy. All that's left for me to do is thank you for listening. Till next time, take care.
Thanks for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed the show and you'll tune in next time. Bye!
Connect Forth, the radio forum for students.